What if I told you that spending just 5 minutes on the right exercises could deliver more health benefits than a 30-minute walk? Here's something that surprised even me while analyzing the latest geriatric medicine research. A large-scale analysis published in the Lancet Public Health reported that older adults who incorporated brief but targeted strength and balance exercises into their daily routine experienced significantly lower hospitalization rates and maintained independence years longer than those who relied solely on walking-based programs. That's not a typo. We're talking about 5 minutes delivering results that surpass half-hour walking routines across every major health marker researchers measured. The study findings were so dramatic that several independent research groups reviewing mobility and aging data reached similar conclusions. Short functional strength routines consistently outperform walking alone in preserving independence and reducing functional decline. But here's what really caught my attention. 91% of participants in these functional exercise programs could perform these movements immediately, regardless of their current fitness level or physical limitations. No gym required, no special equipment, just your body and 5 minutes. Before we dive in, drop a comment right now telling us your age and the one physical activity you'd love to do more confidently. We're reading every single comment and responding personally. So, let's count down the top 5 exercises that make up this 5-minute routine. Each one addresses a critical aspect of healthy aging, and when combined, they create what researchers call a synergistic effect, meaning the total benefit exceeds the sum of individual exercises, starting at number 5, wall push-ups with a hold. Before you dismiss this as too basic, let me share what makes this movement scientifically powerful for your age group. A 2023 study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that simple upper body resistance exercises similar to wall push-ups improved upper body strength by more than 30% in adults over 65 and significantly enhanced neuromuscular reaction time. That reaction time improvement directly translates to fall prevention, your ability to catch yourself when you stumble. Here's why this exercise earned its spot. After 65, you lose approximately 3% of your muscle mass annually unless you actively combat it. But it's not just about muscle size. It's about neuromuscular efficiency. The hold portion of this exercise enhances proprioception, which is your body's ability to sense its position in space. This awareness deteriorates with age and becomes a primary factor in fall risk. How to perform it correctly. Stand about arm's length from a wall. Place your palms flat against the wall at shoulder height, shoulder width apart. Keep your feet together or slightly apart. Lean forward slowly. Take 2 full seconds until your nose nearly touches the wall. Here's where the magic happens. Hold this position for 3 to 5 seconds. You should feel engagement through your chest, shoulders, arms, and surprisingly, your core muscles too. Then push back slowly to the starting position, taking another 2 seconds. The key is the tempo. This slow, controlled movement creates what exercise scientists call time under tension, which research shows is far more effective for building strength after 65 than rapid repetitions. Start with just 3 repetitions. As you progress over the next 2 weeks, work up to 8 repetitions. If it feels too easy, simply step your feet further back from the wall. Too challenging? Move closer. A study published in Clinical Interventions in Aging reported that older adults performing controlled pushing exercises several times weekly increased their upper body strength and improved reactive balance, reducing their likelihood of falling. Now, let's move to an exercise that targets something even more fundamental to your daily independence. Exercise 4. Seated leg lifts with resistance. This movement targets your hip flexors and quadriceps simultaneously while engaging your core for stability. These muscle groups fire together every single time you take a step, climb stairs, or stand from a chair. Walking speed is considered the 6th vital sign by physicians because it predicts overall health and longevity more reliably than many laboratory tests, and this exercise directly improves it. Here's the proper technique. Sit in a sturdy chair with your back straight and feet flat on the floor. For the first week, you won't need any equipment. As you progress, you can add a light ankle weight. Even 1 or 2 lbs makes a significant difference. Slowly lift your right leg straight out in front of you, keeping your knee as straight as comfortable. Aim to lift until your leg is parallel to the floor, but don't worry if you can't reach that initially. Hold this position for 2 seconds. Then slowly lower back down without letting your foot touch the floor. That's 1 rep. The critical aspect most people miss. Keep your back pressed firmly against the chair throughout the movement. This ensures you're using the right muscles and not compensating with momentum or creating back strain. Perform 8 to 12 repetitions on one leg, then switch to the other. Rest for 15 seconds between sides. What makes this exercise particularly effective is unilateral training. By working one leg at a time, you're forcing each side of your body to work independently, which addresses muscle imbalances that naturally develop as we age. Your muscles maintain their ability to adapt and grow stronger. They just need the right stimulus. If you're still with us and finding this helpful, type number 4 in the comments so I know you're there. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Let's move to an exercise that revolutionizes a movement you do hundreds of times daily. Exercise number 3, modified squats to chair. The sit-to-stand movement is something you perform dozens of times daily, and it's often the first ability people lose as they age. This exercise works more muscles simultaneously than almost any other movement. Your glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, core, and back muscles, all working in concert. Before you worry about your knees, here's what matters. Proper form not only makes this safe, but actually reduces knee pain when done correctly. Here's how to perform it correctly. Start with a sturdy chair that puts your knees at about 90 degrees when seated. Stand in front of it with feet hip-width apart and toes pointing slightly outward. This foot position aligns with your natural hip anatomy and reduces knee stress. Cross your arms over your chest or extend them forward for balance. Now, slowly lower yourself toward the chair by pushing your hips back first. Imagine you're trying to close a car door with your butt. This hip hinge pattern is essential because it engages your powerful glute muscles rather than overloading your knees. Take about 3 seconds to descend. Lightly touch the chair with your butt. Don't fully sit or relax your muscles. This light touch maintains muscle tension throughout the movement, which is where the strength building actually occurs. Immediately reverse direction and stand back up, pushing through your heels and squeezing your glutes as you rise. Take 2 seconds to stand. That's 1 rep. Start with just 5 repetitions and gradually work up to 12 over the next 3 weeks. What makes this so powerful is that it's literally rewiring your brain for better movement patterns. The motor cortex, the brain region controlling movement, shows increased activation after consistent practice. Before we continue to the top 2 exercises, if you're finding value in this information, hit that like button so more seniors can discover this routine and subscribe. We're releasing powerful senior health content every single day. Now, let's move to an exercise that addresses something most routines completely ignore. Exercise number 2, standing heel raises with balance. This simple-looking movement addresses one of the most overlooked aspects of healthy aging, your calf muscles and ankle stability. Here's something that will surprise you. Calf strength is the single best predictor of whether someone over 65 will maintain independence in the next decade. The reason is fascinating from a physiological standpoint. Your calf muscles act as your body's peripheral heart, pumping blood back up from your legs against gravity. Weak calves mean poor circulation, increased swelling, and higher risk of blood clots. Here's the proper technique. Stand behind a chair, lightly touching the back for balance if needed. Rise up onto your toes as high as possible, really pushing through the balls of your feet. Here's where we add the challenge that makes this exponentially more effective. At the top of the movement, try to balance for 3 seconds while looking straight ahead, not down at your feet. This engages your vestibular system, the inner ear balance mechanism that deteriorates with age. Slowly lower back down, taking a full 3 seconds to descend. This lowering phase is where most of the strength building actually occurs according to muscle physiology research. Start with 8 repetitions and work up to 15. Once you can do 15 with good form while barely touching the chair, progress to doing them on one foot at a time. What makes this exercise truly special? It directly strengthens the muscles and tendons involved in recovering from a stumble. When you trip, your body's first response is to push off strongly with your toes to regain balance. Weak calves mean you can't generate enough force to catch yourself. The balance challenge component trains your brain and muscles to work together more effectively, creating new neural pathways that enhance coordination. This type of balance training actually increases gray matter in brain regions responsible for spatial awareness and movement control. And now the number one exercise that's revolutionizing how medical professionals think about senior fitness. If you're still watching and this helps, type number 2 in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Your support keeps us going. Exercise number 1, Bird Dog Hold Progressions. When you understand the science behind this move, you'll see why it's creating such excitement in the geriatrics medicine. This is the only exercise that simultaneously addresses every major concern of aging: core stability, balance, cognitive function, back health, and even bone density. The research backs this up completely. The bird dog position requires you to balance on opposite arm and leg while maintaining a neutral spine. This diagonal pattern mirrors how your body naturally works when you walk or perform any functional movement. Here's how to perform it correctly. Get on your hands and knees on a comfortable surface like a yoga mat or carpet. Your hands should be directly under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Keep your spine in a neutral position, not arched or rounded. Start by simply lifting your right arm straight forward while simultaneously lifting your left leg straight back. The goal is to create one straight line from your fingertips to your toes. Hold this position for 5 seconds initially, focusing on keeping your hips level without rotating your body. Lower slowly and repeat on the opposite side. That's 1 rep, perform 4 repetitions per side. The key to making this incredibly effective is progression. During your first week, just hold for 5 seconds per side. By week 2, increase to 8 seconds. By week 3, try adding a subtle pulse movement. Lift your extended arm and leg up an extra inch, then back to parallel while maintaining the hold. For context, most people over 65 lose about 1% of bone density per year. This exercise can reverse that decline. After consistent practice, people show measurable increases in brain volume. We're talking about actually growing new brain tissue at an age when most people are losing it. So, there you have it. 5 exercises that take just 5 minutes, but deliver results that surpass traditional hour-long walking routines. The total routine looks like this. Wall push-ups with hold, 8 reps, seated leg lifts, 10 reps per leg. Modified squats to chair, 5 reps, heel raises with balance, 8 reps, bird dog holds, 4 reps per side. Perform this sequence daily or at minimum 4 times per week.